Oh, Tate, how are you?
Hi, Rokas. I'm good. Yourself?
Good as well. So the reason I invited you on is because I saw a win from you, a very nice win from you, in the freelancing win channel. Could you explain what that was about?
All right. I'm doing IT consulting for a big corporation. Thanks to the real world, I was able to lock in a very high, nice rate with a client. So which allowed me to grab some kind of very nice money. Yeah.
Mhm. Could you disclose the figures you made, or do you prefer to keep it confidential?
It's in the range of 250k euro per year, prox. Yeah.
Mhm. And then how has the real world helped you with attaining that amount of money?
The real world is a very good place to get very good knowledge and insight on how it works to negotiate contracts, for example, when you're freelance, or how you can have a better rate and better negotiation. That's pretty much how it helped me to have such a good rate.
Mhm. And when did you join, and how did you find out about the real world?
I joined in August last year, and before that, I was already following some Tate videos and other material without being a formal student of Oslo University back then. Before I became the real world, I found it looking at some content about positive masculinity and yeah, I got very interested in knowing, oh, what's that university? That's how I joined.
Interesting. So, how did your freelancing journey begin and how has it scaled since? And again, anything you can add on how the real world has helped you with that scaling?
Yeah. 10 years ago, I just started to do IT consulting after being in IT sales. Decided to switch, got better results as a consultant, just climb the ladder as a consultant, become senior consultant, and so on. Mm, what I can tell is it's very important for any consultant, any freelance to know about sales, because at the end of the day, we have to sell our skills, what we can bring as a true value to the company. We have to put ourselves in the shoes of the person who hire a consultant. Usually they want someone immediately ready, immediately available, immediately productive. They don't think about training the person or they don't see very long term. The contract are 3 months, 6 months, 12 months rolling, which means you could have some extension if you work well, if project is ongoing, or sometimes just say thank you for your good work and that's it. You have to find another client. So luckily for me, it never happened that they are not happy and they stop my contract before. However, for some people, they can just give a day or 2 days notice and just say we don't need the services anymore for whatever reason, and it's pretty much it. The life of a freelance. Pros is you earn a lot compared to a permanent employee or somebody who is employed as a permanent position, more permanent role. Cons, to be honest, besides having to manage your own taxes and stuff like that, which is quite easily done after when you get used to it, I don't see I don't see much cons. Yeah, I like it. What the real world is bringing on top of that, it's allow me to see even bigger. For example, I could become a firm to hire my own freelance, coach them, train them, find some position contract for them. Yeah, things like this. It allows me to see wider and to have a clear vision of what's possible to do with my experience. Yeah, I'm grateful I joined the Oslo University project and then the real world.
Mhm. How different would you say the material is in the real world compared to what you can find out on the internet?
All right, that's a very good question you're asking me, and I think I'm a good person to give you good feedback. I studied on the brick and mortar universities, even specialized schools, following the high school in France, where I come from. We got a very difficult business school to attend, for example, and stuff like that. It didn't really fit me. I just realized that I got dismissed being amongst the top of the student. I got dismissed for incompatibilities in values during the interview, despite ranking amongst the best students of the countries. Now I think about it, they were telling to my face, we are trying to brainwash you, it, so you fit in the matrix mold, and that's how we build the future executive of the country. From as long as I remember, I was never in that matrix mentality. I could always feel something was off. I tell the story that's very similar of Tate say, walk in the street, oh, there is a Ferrari here. So the guy is driving a car that is more expensive than my home. And probably he has more. He stopped in a hotel where one day the hotel is more expensive of a month of rent or even more. How come? Plus he's young. Plus he doesn't seem to be an heir. Seems like he made it. Hey, dude, what are you doing for a living? Oh, I run business. Okay. Then I was thinking, business school teach me how to run business, how to become an employee. Okay, an executive. You're never gonna get the Ferraris or Lamborghinis, never. There must be another way. Then when I open my mindset to that, I shift to other type of study, self-learning, online training, and so on. Find a bit more content, but it was a lot overpriced. I even bought the Grand Cardone, maybe I should not mention it, you can cut it, program, and it cost me a lot, and I got less output out of it rather than Hustler University. With Hustler University, at a fraction of the cost that I invested in other training, I got way more results.